Alrighty, boys, welcome back to the channel. Now, in this video, we're gonna talk about how do you gain respect as a young man, right? Because most young men, as we know, are fucking retards. And so most people, when they come across a young man, I mean, bro, let's just be honest, they think they're fucking retarded. And it's for good reason. Because listen, hey, if you're already watching this kind of content, okay, this came up on your page, this is a raw, unedited video, right? This is not like a dopamine, there's not anything on the screen. You're already different to most. And you probably already know that. So you can understand what I'm talking about when I say, listen, most people, when it comes to a young man, they don't think he's wise. They don't have any respect for him because he hasn't done anything, right? And I mean, especially in the United States, bro, when you think of most young Chad dudes that are fucking in college, like they're just retards, bro. They're literally just there having fun, drinking all the time, partying. Yes, you can say they're seeking out an education, but I mean, hey, bro, you get the point. So how do you yield respect as a young man, right? And I honestly think this doesn't apply to just young men. I think this actually applies to men in general. The first thing is get in shape. Bro, even like a lot of you think you need to have money, which I'll get into, to be respected and this and that. But bro, the first thing you can do before anything in gaining some people's respect is get in shape, bro. Get in like damn good shape. Like I know for a fact every time I walk into a room or every time I meet somebody, there's a certain level of respect right off the bat when they shake that hand. They see the fucking bicep vein. There's already a certain level of respect they have for me. Right? Because number one, as stupid as this sounds, you're already capable and more dangerous. Right? I mean, the mentality I like to go about it is like, I'm a fucking killer. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to use the word killer because, no, man, fuck you guys. I'm a fucking killer. Like, that's the mentality you gotta have. Right? And getting in shape, being capable of being dangerous, bro. And, like, you're basically in physical shape. And a lot of people understand that in order to get in shape, it takes a lot of fucking hard work, right? And so as soon as you meet somebody, it's almost like, damn, this guy puts in a lot of work. This guy puts in a lot of hard work. He is respectable. Like, that's the kind of thing, because everybody knows that in order to get in shape, to have a six-pack, to put on some fucking muscle, it's not an easy thing. And so when people see you and they see that you are doing the hard things, they have more respect for you, right? And so with that being said, get in shape. You can't fake being in shape unless you wear like a bodysuit or some bullshit like that. But literally, like, getting in shape is that one thing, bro, that you literally cannot fake. Like, there's a lot of bullshit you can fake online, as far as like screenshots of fake money and scamming people. But like when it comes to being in shape, bro, it's very hard to fake being in shape, like really good shape. So get in shape. Automatically, you'll have more people's respect for just being in shape. Number two, have some accomplishments, bro. Like, have some kind of credibility attached to your name, right? Whether it's like anything that you've done. I like to show, like, the best way to say for me is more so money, right? Like, show some respect. Like, having money shows respect because, again, like the gym, it's hard. Like, how many young dudes do you know that have money, right? Like, most young men are broken in college, right, and dumb. So by default, you having money, I mean, look at this fucking view, bro. If I told you how many young, like-minded people and men in this building that I live in, there is so fucking few. Like, I still have not met somebody younger than me that lives in this building. Everybody else is like 26 and then fucking up from there. And so having money, right? Like having money is really a significant thing, and especially when you're young, bro. If people know that you have money, holy fuck, are you respected, right? Because you have experiences, you're doing things that your typical young man is not doing. You've achieved certain things and certain milestones that most dudes just haven't, right? Like, for example, put it this way. If somebody sees me here, I'm fucking, number one, I'm in shape, and number two, I'm living in this building, and I meet this gentleman, for example, another gentleman at the pool over there on the other side of this building, he's gonna be like, dude, who the fuck is this guy? Right? Like, what does this guy do? It automatically, like, there's a certain level of respect. Okay? The third thing is, I'm gonna take off the fucking glasses for this one. Bro, a lot of you guys, let's take money out of the equation, because I know that's a hard one for most. Bro, you need to look like you take care of yourself to earn people's respect. Like, you should not have some fucking stanky ass breath and some teeth that are all over the place, and some dirty ass skin. Like, guys, the way you show up for yourself is also how you will be perceived by other people. Like, another example I can give to you is like hair. Listen, by all means, be yourself, okay? You like a certain haircut, long hair, whatever the fuck, messy, good. Always be yourself, okay? And that's the goal on why I do everything anyway, because I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks. But understand that the more clean and cut you look, like, look, I borderline look like a dumbass right now. Like, I need to go get a haircut. I need to clean the top of my head up a little bit. And some of you have like this fucking bullshit going on up here. Bro, if you had a clean haircut, a lot more people would respect you. And you've probably heard a lot of people tell you to get a haircut anyway. And so your appearance is huge. Like, the way you dress, the way you look, right? You need to be taking care of your skin. You need to be showering on a consistent basis. Like, bro, the way you show up for yourself is the way you'll be perceived by a lot of people. And listen, we can get into the whole topic of how to dress and, you know, certain clothes to wear, but I don't even like to do that, because let me tell you, the main reason I did all of this is to make sure that I didn't have somebody fucking telling me what to do. I don't have a boss, right? But at the same time, like I said, you can do all of these other things, okay? Get in shape, have money, your etiquette, like your etiquette, how are you fucking dressing, the way you speak, like all of that stuff. And you can still dress, you know, like, basically if you want to say that the way you dress is your creativity and the way you like to, basically one of your passions, and so it's not like very clean. Like, I always just wear white, black, very plain shirts for the most part, and white or black shoes, you know, just simple shit. Because the way I see that is, it's clean, bro. It's like I said, like the haircut, like, it's clean. You always yield more respect looking clean, instead of like this fucking hype beast that's wearing Supreme and Bape and all this bullshit. Like, even some designer that I have, it's black and white. Like, I think I wore a Kenzo hoodie in a video 2 days ago. It's black and white and just says Kenzo on here. And even that, it's super clean. It just says the logo right here. But even that sometimes is too out there. But that's just me. I think the way you clean up yourself, is your fucking face clean, bro? Like, or your nails clipped. Like, a lot of that shit also shows a huge level of respect, yields a huge level of respect from people, because you take care of yourself, right? Which also relates to the other two, bro. Like, you going to the gym is basically showing people you take care of yourself. You having money is showing other people, like, damn, this guy takes care of himself with everything. And so it's almost like, how do you yield more respect from anybody? Start fucking taking care of yourself exceptionally well. And that shows. And this is why I say, like, this video isn't even aimed at young men. I mean, it is because I'm a young man and I'm trying to help out the boys. But like, if you're an older dude or whatever watching this, it's the same way. Fucking take care of yourself, and that will like that's respectable. Now, there's a lot of other things, right? Like, be a fucking protector and a provider, right? I always say like an alpha male is respectable. The way you fucking walk, like walk with your chest up, bro. Walk with your head up. When you walk, fucking like walk like you're him. Because usually a man that is a protector and a provider, at least for me, that shows a lot of respect, right? Like a lot of our fathers, for example, or if you don't have a dad, whatever, think about somebody that took care of you. You have a lot of respect for them because you understand that they're the one doing all the hard shit, and they're the one taking all the responsibility and the accountability, and in that shows a lot of respect. So mimic that. Be a provider, be a protector, take care of your own, right? Like I said this in a couple other of my videos, is I want to be that guy in my family, and I'm going to be that guy that ultimately takes care of everybody. And of course, with that will come a certain level of respect, because that's how I looked at my grandfather, that's how I looked at my dad, right? Because they were always the ones taking care of the whole family. And so really being that leader, being that provider, that protector, shows a different kind of level of respect, right? And the last kind of thing I can talk about is the way you speak, right? The way you talk, right? Walk, talk, act. Let's actually talk about act, okay? Guys, if you're already watching this kind of content and you've made it far into this video, you already have shown a certain level of intelligence, okay? Because you're literally sitting here watching this video up until this point and you still haven't clicked off. So you have the ability to sit there and learn and acknowledge and just focus. And in doing that, what I've noticed for myself is it changes the way you act, because now you, like, if you can do that like I do, you can observe a lot of things. And in observation, I learn tremendously, right? Like you can sit there and really just think to yourself, and while most people are acting like fucking retards and doing certain things and all this bullshit, you're basically mentally, I mean, I kind of just said it, like, you're more of an intelligent person. And so the way you act is huge, bro. Like, it was like, oh, what's up, bro? Yeah. We're going to go drink this week? Like, or in front of elderly people or, you know, people you're trying to learn from. Like, yeah. And you being this kind of person, where you're literally sitting here acknowledging, listening, you're calm, you're emotionally intelligent, that shows a lot in itself, okay? And so the way you act, bro, move a little slower. Don't be nervous as much, right? Be calm in your movements, your actions. And don't act like a dumbass. That's like honestly something I can't even explain. Stop acting like a dumbass. If you don't know what acting like a dumbass is, become an observer. Start to sit back. Start to talk less in group meetings, okay? And just observe. And you'll observe the way people act and then mimic, okay? So the way you act is huge. Act like a fucking man, right? Be responsible. And yes, you want to be yourself to a certain point, but at some point you need to change. And that's why you're watching these videos in the first place, right? So sometimes change is very good, but definitely always keep that part of you, that character. Don't lose that character, because a lot of you can get too lost in trying to be somebody or something you're not. So with that saying, your actions. Now, the way you speak is huge, but there's two parts to this, okay? If you guys have noticed in my videos, I say fuck a lot. Just because for me, I look at it as a way of expression and really a way for me to emphasize my points. Like, what the fuck are you doing, to me, is more of an emphasized sentence than what are you doing? You know? But with that being said, guys, when I'm around certain people, I don't talk like that. But it literally just depends who am I around, right? Because you want to talk very appropriately and very, like, again, you don't want to sound like a dumbass. You don't want to come across as this dude that's just a fucking clown, right? But then on the other side of the spectrum, you have you just being you, which goes back to why I'm doing all of this. It's to make money, to be self-efficient to the point where nobody can tell me what the fuck I should do, right? So if I want to talk a certain way, I'm going to talk like that. Because what do I care what this guy thinks? But then there's certain scenarios, right? Like if you're with your grandpa or if you're with your dad, right? In my situation, like, I don't always talk like that. That's disrespectful, right? But then there are times where we're joking, we're having fun, where I do say, fuck this and that, but understand the difference is what I'm getting at. You need to understand in which situation is it okay to act a certain way and in which situation is it okay to not. That's just the way I look at it. Now, maybe there's some people out there that say you should act this way all the time. I don't think so. I really don't think life is that serious. And I'm just unapologetically myself, as you should be. But like I said, in certain situations, hold yourself to a higher standard. When you put on a suit, how do you act, right? And so that's how I think you can start gaining a lot of respect. Number one, get in shape. Show people you work hard. Number two, get some money. Show people that you work even harder and that you're smart, right? Show them accomplishments. Like, damn, this guy did that at that age? Holy fuck, this guy did that. Most people don't even do that in their lifetime. Like, damn, how does this fucking kid even live here? So show people proof of hard work. Third point, take care of yourself. Okay, shower, brush your fucking teeth. Get your hair clean, make it look good. If you're not clean up here, just make it look good, bro. Stay true to yourself. The way you dress, okay, personally, you can dress however you would like, but I really think a certain level of simple and clean shows a certain level of respect. And the way you're perceived, which goes back to show people you take care of yourself. You don't want to be looking like a fucking clown wearing the rainbow, red, blue, green pants, green shoes, yellow hat, whatever. And then, lastly, the way you talk, okay? Have the ability to do both is what I'm getting at. Have the ability in certain situations to understand the situation and understand how you should be speaking and how you should be perceived. And then in other situations, like this, be your fucking self. But there's definitely a time for both. So hopefully you boys enjoyed this conversation on how I think you can yield more respect as a young man. Again, if you guys would like to work with me personally one-on-one on building a personal brand, getting in shape, basically yielding more respect, becoming more masculine, you'll work with me one-on-one for 90 days, 3 months long. It's what changed my life. I know it'll change yours. You can apply to do so below. Guys, before you apply with me, understand that it is going to cost you. Understand, check out my free training. Check out my Instagram. Do some research before you just apply to work with me off the bat. And with that being said as well, if there's any other videos you guys would like to see, I would love for you to recommend them down below in the comment section. I want to know what you guys would like more of. If you guys have been loving it so far, great. If there's anything in specific, even better. So with that being said, boys, hopefully you learned something valuable from this video. I love you guys, and get to work.